Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. And I'm looking at a beer from Modest Man Brewing Company out of Keene, New Hampshire. This is the Center of Attention. This beer is courtesy of Mr. Bumpy Road Brews. So thank you, Bumpy. I've had so many great beers from Modest Man. They make incredible New England IPAs, and this is a New England IPA, clocking in at 7% alcohol by volume. They use Citra and Mosaic hops in this one, and there's a lot of tasting notes on the label, which we'll get into that shortly. So, never had this beer. I've had the double version of this, but I don't think I reviewed it on my channel. I may have, but it's been a while since I've had it. Anyway, never had this particular beer. Very excited to try it. So let's go ahead and pour it up and see what we're working with here. I just reviewed the Strictly Business. That was awesome. So let's hope that this one is on the same level. I can already tell you that the appearance is a little bit different. It's a little bit lighter, more on the yellow side than the orange side. And it's hazy, but it's not quite as opaque as some of the other NEPAs that I've had recently. Definitely a lot of light coming through it. Did pour with a little bit of a head, which is kind of dying down already. White, kind of a frothy looking head, typical beer head. So the aroma, nice and juicy. Getting some mango with this one. Of course, getting that tangerine citrus. It's almost like a candied orange note with this. Very nice. Very fruit forward. Let's see. Oh, this is their flagship IPA. Did not know that. That's what it says on the label there. Balmy mango. So definitely picked up on the mango. Passion fruit. Maybe a little bit. But yeah, tangerine, mango. That little candied orange note. It smells absolutely delightful. None of the 7% alcohol is coming through. It smells like a great beer. So, without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. Interesting. I'm having a hard time trying to describe. There's a certain element to this beer. It's unique. It's different. I mentioned the candied orange on the aroma. There's something that's translating to the palate. It's not quite candied orange. But it's in that ballpark. There's a little bit of a bitterness with this one that kind of comes through in the middle and towards the end. A little bit more bitter than the Strictly Business. But nice and juicy. Some good tropical fruit notes. No pineapple, though. Last two Modest Man beers I've had, no pineapple, which is interesting. But definitely mango and the passion fruits coming through. You know what I think? So the tangerine, that little bit of a candied sweet note is coming through. But you know what I'm getting? Like a cantaloupe or a melon type note. A honeydew or cantaloupe. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Like a honeydew on the palate. It's really nice. A little bit of a bready malt character, kind of like a wheat bread note in the center. Like I said, there's a little bit of a bitterness on the back end. It's definitely not a bitter beer, but it is substantial enough to kind of drop off those sweet fruity notes that you're getting initially and kind of make it to where there's no lingering effect with the fruit. And it kind of dries out the palate as well. It's only 7%, but it does have kind of a drying finish. It's juicy all the way up until the end when you swallow it down, and it kind of dries out the throat a little bit. Makes you want to go right back in for another sip, which is a good thing. It's very sessionable in that aspect, as sessionable as the 7% beer can be. It's very inviting. You want to just keep drinking it because it's super refreshing and very enjoyable. Carbonation with this one is more on the low end of medium, so getting up there a little bit with the carbonation. It's got a nice mouthfeel to it. It's kind of soft and just very, very easy drinking. And the body is like low medium. It's very drinkable for 7%. You could get through a few of these no problem. A wonderful beer from Modest Man, another winner. I'm telling you, Modest Man, as far as I'm concerned, they're right up there with Treehouse. They're right up there with Trillium. They're probably better than Trillium now. Trillium seems to have kind of fallen off a little bit over the last couple of years. But they're up there with some of the best New England style IPAs that I have ever had. As I mentioned in other reviews, other Modest Man reviews, the best New England IPA that I have had to date is the Most Beautifulest Thing in This World, which is a Modest Man brew. I have reviewed that. It's been a while since I reviewed it, but I've had it multiple times since I've moved up here. And it's a world-class New England style juicy IPA. And it's only hopped with Citra. One hop. And it's one of the most complex, unique, and delightful beers that I've ever had. So anyway, this one is up there. It's not quite as good as the Strictly Business, and it's a couple pegs down from the Most Beautifulest Thing in This World. For that reason, I'm gonna go with a 97 out of 100. It's bordering. It's right there on world class. 98 would have been a world class rating for me, but 97, an outstanding beer from Modest Man. This is their flagship. Definitely see why. It's an outstanding beer, and they just built upon this and made some even better beers from that. But outstanding beer. Thanks again to Bumpy Road Brews for providing me with this one. Like I said, link to his channel in the description below. If you haven't already, go check him out. Tell him John and Ellie sent you. So that'll do it for this beer review, guys. 97 out of 100 for the Modest Man Center of Attention New England IPA. Buy it, try it, let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll see you right here all in the next one. Until then, cheers, everybody.